I hope everyone is doing amazing today. I really mean that when I say, I think I start every video off like, I hope you're having a magical day. I really, really hope you are. And I hope that even if there was not a good point in your day, that you're able to find some magic in it. So I just wanted to bring up a little bit. I just cleaned my butt off. So I was going to sit down and bring up a little bit of what's going to happen with the new moon transit. The new moon that's happening on the 25th and like some different transitions that are happening. I will put a longer in-depth video on my YouTube. I'm actually probably going to take this and put this on my YouTube too. So if you're on my YouTube watching this, subscribe if you want to hear it longer. If you're in the group and you're hearing this, I will send you a link to my YouTube if you want to hear the longer version of it. But I just thought I would talk a little bit about, again, the transits that are happening because we are having eclipses, and there's just a lot of cool things that are happening in the sky that may be impacting how you are feeling or handling some situations at this point. I really hope you can't hear my dryer. Sorry if you can. So the biggest thing is we are going to have a new moon on the 25th, and it will be in Scorpio. But we're also going to have a partial solar eclipse on the 25th. I've mentioned it before, the new moon, and I'm going to shut this door. Hold on real quick. You might have to just give me a second. I'm going to shut this door so you don't hear my dryer. Okay, so as I was saying, the new moon and the sun, they are always in the same sign. So we're going to have the new moon in Scorpio, and the sun will be in Scorpio, as well as the partial solar eclipse. We won't be able to see it, obviously, because there's no visible trace of the moon on a new moon. But there are some really awesome things happening. Okay, notes. I'm going to give you like the quick version because I could ramble about this all day, for real. So we're going to have the partial solar eclipse on the 25th that is going to be in Scorpio. And one of the interesting things that's going to be happening between the partial solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse that we'll be having on the 8th of November, so not too far after, is Venus plays such an important part, and Venus rules Taurus and Libra. I could just like deep dive into this, but because it rules Taurus and it's so close to this eclipse, Taurus and Scorpio are actually opposite on the zodiac wheel. So there's going to be some interesting energy around those two things. Scorpio is very passionate, very serious, very direct. Taurus is very luxury, very grounded, and they're going to be kind of having these opposite energies. I wouldn't say opposite. There's just going to be some interesting dynamics between what makes you feel like passionate and also what is aesthetic, what makes you feel like seriously motivated. And also Mars is going to be in Gemini, and it's going to be in equinox with Pluto. Mars in Gemini is actually, that's like I said, if you want to watch it on my YouTube, I hope to have it out this week. There's kind of some crazy stuff happening with Mars and Gemini. But Mars is like our force, our point of view. Gemini, especially being in Gemini, it's very much about our point of view. But it's also in that kind of, again, not opposition, but it's playing with the energy of Pluto, which is going to be in Capricorn, which is all about like tradition, older systems of power. So even if you have like maybe unhealed ancestry, things in your past may be really conflicted or challenging our point of view, our Mars and Gemini. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I have so many notes on this right now. Like I said, I'll put a more in-depth video. I'm actually going to do an edited one on this. Oh, and I did say that Venus rules Taurus and Libra. And Taurus is, again, very, very earthly, very luxury, very aesthetic, very indulgent. And Libra is very balanced. It's very aesthetic. It has a lot to do with relationships. And our Mercury is going to be in Libra. So there's just like kind of crazy interactions in the sky that you may be feeling. I would say in the few areas in your life that you may feel this on the upcoming partial solar eclipse that is going to happen on the 25th. And that is our new moon in Scorpio. I think you're going to be feeling things very passionate, very relationship. You may be even feeling unbalanced because we have a lot of Libra energy in there. I feel like a lot of that may come from that Taurus energy, like wanting your own luxury, which, you know, everyone deserves it. So I'm just encouraging you on this new moon to think about that. The lunar eclipse is going to be happening on November 8th. And like I said, I'll get more into that on my YouTube, because I could just ramble about this forever. But I guess that's like probably the few things I really wanted to bring out. Oh, and also Pluto and Capricorn. I did say that earlier, but the Pluto and Capricorn again is all about tradition, ancestry, older systems of power. So things that may not be working for you. So there may be, you know, ideas that you're having on this new moon, and the new moon is a great time to plant seeds. It's a great time to start something different. So maybe now would be a good time to journal, think about it, think about things that you could maybe fix in those lives that would make you feel passionate, make you feel sensual, make you feel luxury, and then also help break old systems of pattern. So that being said, I'm going to do a 3-card pull, and then I'm going to finish getting up and doing some stuffs. I'm waiting for hubby to get home. He's driving. If you have a car and you're able to do it, driving for Lyft, man, it can make some good money sometimes. So he's out driving for a little bit. And then we're going to have a family movie night. All right, we're going to, taking all of that information, I'm going to try to focus this energy into the eclipse on the new moon in Scorpio. Sensual, money, direct energy. Let's see what the universe has to say for us. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, see what we got. My social security card is in there. That's probably not the best thing, but okay, our first card is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Second card, 10 of Chalice reversed. And our third card is the 10 of Thames. Ooh, okay, so the first thing off the bat for me, which I'll read the book afterwards, but just my interpretation, is the fact that we have the 2 10s, and 1 being of swords and 1 being of water, the Thames, and my deck is swords. I think that, and the 10 of water is reversed. I feel like that has to do a lot, again, of maybe, again, emptying out our emotions, so that a Thames, swords, is all, again, about, like, fast-acting energy. So I feel like we may need to drain our emotions, the 10 of Cups. Drain some of them, drain that old history, drain that old system of power, so that we can come to completion with our thoughts, our fast-acting energy. 10 is the number of in numerology kind of like completion, like the whole of an idea. So I feel like maybe something that didn't get solidified, you need to kind of drain some of your emotions. So that way, and actually she looks kind of sad, like in this one for me, even though she's looking at her little cauldron and her, I don't know if you can see right there, her swords are all around the cauldron. But she looks like she's disappointed. I feel like, again, like maybe something emotional has stopped us potentially from understanding how we can change that old system of power and how we could be in balance with the Mars and Gemini energy right now. And then especially with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Knight is always like a active energy. It is like a moment of action. And because it is reversed, I would say this is not a time to be of action. And Pentacles actually represents like the Taurus energy, the earthly energy. I wouldn't say this would be a time to be of action of it, fixing those things. I think it would be a time to meditate with what is making you feel disconnected from earthly energy, whether that be money, whether that be, the clothes that you own, the dishes. It doesn't, whatever in this earthly world makes you feel good. Don't act on it quite yet. Think about it. Because something emotional is holding you back. I think you need to really drain that energy and really focus that energy on it for you to be able to come to a clear mind where possibly you're not feeling so isolated. Either you're not feeling so isolated or you've put up that protection around you with the swords around her cauldron. Her magic is there. For some reason, I've focused on, she looked really sad in that. And it feels like maybe in the total reading that either you got to put some boundaries up right there, or like I said, you need to not act on what is making you feel not okay in this worldly energy, but think about it and drain that emotional ego, human brain that can come from that. And I say this all the time, your human emotions are so important. It is so important for us to feel sad or for us to feel angry. Those emotions are important, but you cannot let them rule you. And so sometimes you have to let them drain out. You have to just like sit with them. That's how like meditating works. I've talked about rage rituals before. If you've never done a rage ritual, I promise you should do it. Like message me I'll send you some videos on just like things I saw, and like it's amazing. Like those emotions are important, but they can hold you back. And especially again with this being our third card, I feel like our emotions may be holding us back and we need to drain them out, and we need to feel our intellect again, our human air signs, because that's what swords are. Air signs are very, again, like high connected. They are very intellectual. They want to be of the higher collective consciousness. So that's how I would interpret that reading. I'll do a really quick book read in case anyone wants to see that. And then I got to get off because I got to finish getting this house back in order. We had such a great date night harvesting chickens, and it's been a good couple days. So I'm going to clean this all up. But Knight of Pentacles reversed. So the Knight of Pentacles reversed mentions recklessness, complacent, idle, incompetence. Trying to see if there's anything else. This one only like puts like a few words for reversed. So trying to see if there's anything else worth mentioning. If it was upright, it would mean job opportunity, auspicious occasion, a useful person, responsible, competent worker, gentle and methodical. So I guess, again, if you think about it reverse usually means kind of the opposite. Like maybe the shadow side of what a card could mean. So Knight of Pentacles, that was our first one. We have our 10 of Chalice, which was also reversed. Okay, reversed, it means, according to the book, family disputes, instability, endangered reputation, loss of friendship, quarrels, interrupted peace, and family instability. Because it does talk about, again, upright, home is a place for rest and recuperation. Talking about enjoying family and friends. Well-earned self-esteem if it was upright. And then, okay, our last one, the 10 of Flames. Okay, 10 of Flames, it was upright. Difficulties end, a new future awaits. Putting a bad situation behind, proving one's abilities and talents, careful deliberation, troubles conquered, honest assessment of a situation, the worst is over, and the ability to complete a difficult task. Which I've mentioned in my videos before, the way I read my tarot is the first card, possibly what's working, possibly what's not, and a possible solution. And it's one reason why I try to read the cards as much as I can before looking at the book, because one by one, it doesn't seem like it would make much sense, but I feel possible solution really kind of tied that reading in together into some of the things that are going to be happening in the sky this month, which is super cool. So, okay, well, I'm going to get ready to get off. I hope everyone, again, I really, truly mean that. I hope you're having a great day. Even if it wasn't a great day and there were some bad moments, I hope you're taking time to make it a great evening, because you deserve it. So have a good night, guys.